So now we're going to have a student share his testimony. Nate, can you share a little bit about your spiritual background and what life was like growing up?
And before I was born, the doctors told my mother, sorry. Okay. I appreciate you all sitting, by the way. This is I'm eye level with you. This is awesome. It's great. It's so much easier than doing this. Anyways. So basically the doctors told my mother, you should have an abortion because you're not gonna live. Baby's not gonna live. Medical bills, cost of medical expenses, devices is just gonna be too much. You're not gonna want to deal with it. It's terrible. Blah blah blah. But because of my mother's faith in... Sorry. Okay. But because of my mom's faith in Jesus, she said no. And for me, that kind of hit a heartstring, because I always grew up knowing that God had a plan for me, but I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what it looked like. I wasn't really sure what that was gonna be. And so I grew up I called myself a Christian, but I didn't really understand what it meant to be a Christian. And going into college, I went down a very dark, deep, simple path, and I just hurt myself really badly to the point where I was just in a deep, dark hole that I couldn't get out of.
And how did you come to faith in Christ? What was that like?
So basically all of sophomore year last year, I spent here at the BSM. I was going to Vertical. I was hanging out every day. It was fun. It was great. And the more I hung out with community, the more I hung out with people who were Christians and were showing me the love of God, the more I wanted that, the more I needed that. And so there was one day, I pretend like I'm running when I get sad because it makes me feel better, like I can run. So I do this a lot. So there was just one day where I couldn't do it anymore. I had to talk to someone. I had to tell someone how I was feeling. So I actually went to Gary's office, and I talked to Gary about it. I just poured my heart out to him, and I let him know how I was feeling. And it was after that conversation I realized, it's running time. But after that conversation, I really felt like I really needed Jesus. So I asked Jesus into my heart.
Praise God. And how have you grown in your faith since coming to know Christ?
So since then, I've gotten baptized. Yeah, fun. Thankfully I didn't drown because I can't swim. But I got baptized, I joined leadership, and this summer I'm planning to go on a mission trip.
Last question, what is one word of encouragement or a challenge you'd like to share with everyone here?
Yeah, so I actually kind of have two words of encouragement because they're both super important. The first one is just stay positive. In James 1:2, the Bible tells us to be joyful, my brothers and sisters, whenever you have times of trial. It's really important to stay positive. It's really important to look at the glass as half full. Because there's always something good that can come out of something negative. And I think so many times in this world we live in today, we just focus way too much on the negative, not enough on the positive. I mean, I get free parking now. Like a cool little sign with my picture on it. It's like every store you'll see it. You go to any store in the world, you'll find it. And another one is be a comforting person. Be someone who makes other people feel the love of God. Be someone who is comfortable being comfortable. In 2 Corinthians 1:4. I lost it. Okay. In 2 Corinthians 1:4, it says, God who comforts us in all our affliction, so that we may be able to comfort those who are in any affliction with the comfort with which we ourselves are comforted by God. So it's really important, just be an encourager. Be someone who encourages other people, who helps people see that positive side of life. So,
Good word. Can we say thanks, Nathan? I know that many of us here know that if you know Nate, he's one of the most positive, uplifting, encouraging people that you can meet. So it's neat that, Nate, that you recognize your testimony and you know that it's Jesus Christ who's the only one who can fill you and bring joy to others as well. So thank you so much for that strong testimony. And now I'm going to turn over to Gary.